So you can check out the music video for that on their YouTube channel, which is awesome. They're fantastic performers, not just great singers. So they're putting their all into music since childhood. They're no strangers to the world of music and the hard work that goes into creating amazing, engaging tunes for all. And so they're inspired by artists such as BTS and K-pop in general, and really like bands like, or artists like Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Dua Lipa and Sia. And they love all genres of music and aim to create music embracing all styles. With their honest and relatable lyrics and broad range of genres, they're ready to bring their unique sound to the Melbourne scene and beyond. So thank you so much for joining us today, Alan Says. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having us.
So we might be getting a little bit of feedback on here just because we've got everyone in a conference call, but yeah, we'll try and keep it maybe one answer at a time, but obviously it's not that easy. So just wanted to say first up, we're loving your new song. What a fantastic piece of music.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It's all good. Yeah, thanks for coming on as well. We really appreciate you guys joining us. And so as Sam just mentioned, you're both both friends from high school. How long have you guys actually been making music together?
Only the past year. We kind of wanted something to do kind of during COVID, but we've sung together a little bit in the past, and we're both really involved with music in high school, but in terms of like actually trying to make a go of it, only the past year.
Yeah. So we've been TY for a year now. Yeah.
And so you two knew each other as singers from high school and then kind of came together, you know, a bit after it?
Yeah, so it was like a year ago, we were kind of just talking in the car about it, kind of just like, oh, really like to get into music again, and then we were like, well, why don't we do something together? So then we kind of just started making different beats and then sending each other lyrics, and then it all kind of just came together. And that's when we got the beat made by Bad Milk, and he pretty much gave us the beat, and then we wrote our first song.
So are you saying that tune that we just heard and, you know, all of your other work have just come together in a year?
Yes, yes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well done, really. That really is just such an achievement. It's such a fantastically polished song and obviously made a fantastic move reaching out to Bad Milk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we were like so stoked about that. It was really weird to work with someone like online, but it was really, really cool. And we absolutely love BTS, like obsessed with them. So that was really, really cool to work with someone who's worked with someone of their caliber.
And were you bringing that up all the time, trying to broach that kind of information? You know, what do they like? What are they?
No, I think we tried to play it cool. Yeah.
That's great. And it's hard, isn't it? You kind of got to sit there biting your lips. And so when did you both start learning to sing and perform? You knew each other as musicians from high school?
Sarah's been doing it for a long time.
So I have a degree with a major in music, and I was trained in music theatre during high school. And I kind of taught myself how to sing when I was in late primary school, just using YouTube really before I got into actually getting any form of lessons.
It seems to be such a thing as well. Like, I mean, I haven't noticed it so much for singers, but it seems to be a big thing when you talk to a lot of guitarists and bass players and all that, where they're like, oh, you know, my really solid start just came from going online and learning on these, you know, all these free lessons, which is worth it for anyone listening that's thinking about picking up an instrument. You know, it's always worth going to get, you know, lessons, because you might pick up some bad habits or whatever, but a really solid start and foundation, you can save yourself some time, you know, with your teacher. They might not have to explain some things if you go online and kind of learn a few things before going in like that. So
Even with singing as well, I mean, a lot of people don't realise that you actually probably need lessons. It's not just a talent. Like some people have it naturally, but you know, if you get lessons, it makes it so much easier.
I have not had lessons, but
in a similar vein, I talked to a singer friend of mine who's just a phenomenal singer, and you know, it came up one day. It was kind of like, oh, how did you start getting into singing? He's like, oh, SingStar. I was playing a lot of SingStar.
yeah.
That's awesome.
No worries.
So do you guys play any other instruments?
Elder.
I learnt guitar first in primary school. So when I did lessons, and then I taught myself the piano. And then when I finished high school, I did a course in sound production. So I learnt how to use Ableton. So I did a lot of like the beats on our EP, which Sarah helped as well because she has quite some knowledge in Ableton as well. So pretty much what we have been doing is kind of, because we've been in COVID and we haven't been able to meet up, we'd kind of just email each other our sessions and would change a bit and then would sing a bit and then we'll change something, and that's how it's all kind of come together.
Yeah, cool. And speaking of coming out of COVID, have you guys got a chance to perform live yet?
No, so our first show is going to be next Tuesday, 1 to 5 p.m. at the Workers Club in Fitzroy, which we're really, really keen about. It's the first time we'll actually be able to perform our EP live, as well as a bunch of covers from some of our favourite artists. So we're really, really excited. Would have liked to have done it, 6 months ago, but COVID, so
Yeah, of
can't
course.
control it.
And so if you're listening and you like the track that you just heard, once again, that's the 28th of December in Fitzroy. And was it 2 to 5, sorry? Or?
1 to 5.
1 to
We'll
5.
be on at 4.
Okay, great. Yeah, fantastic. So you just need to be there for 4, really. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
Support local
No,
music, go early.
No, our support acts are really, really good. So our first support act is Lovi, and she actually went to high school with us as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We're keeping in the friend group, and our second act is Aki, and he's also Melbourne based and kind of more like MGK, Green Day, Blink-182 vibes. So bringing something a bit different.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
going back to your kind of writing process, obviously that changed a little bit once you got Bad Milk involved. So I'm assuming it was still the same kind of thing where, every day you're kind of messaging new versions to each other and just a lot of communication. Can you kind of explain what it's like to work with a producer online?
Well, pretty much, we actually did it through the program or the website called Sounds Better. And so pretty much you can have a look at all these different producers, and they kind of give you like a quote. With Start Again, he's given us the beat, and then we've written something over it, and then after we went back to him, we said, can you mix the vocals together? And he's pretty much done all the rest of the mixing for us, and he's just given us a little bit of advice on like maybe add some more harmonies and stuff like that. But he was super good. Like, we told him exactly what sound we wanted, and he pretty much came up with it the first go. It was pretty awesome, actually.
So you've started off pretty well working with Bad Milk. Is there any other producers you got an eye on working with, or are you going to go back and work with him again?
I mean, for our other songs, we worked with a Melbourne-based producer named Alu, and he was really good. So I think moving forward, I think we'd like to support more Melbourne-based producers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things as well where it's like hearing songs from people working with different producers. It almost seems to bring out different aspects of their music,
Yeah,
Like,
I love it.
and did you find that when you started working with Bad Milk that there was something that maybe you weren't looking so closely at, that having someone else come in with that third set of eyes pointing that out really helped?
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
And so when you were recording, for instance, like your vocals, you're working within Ableton and all that, do you have like a home studio set up? Because obviously the vocals on that sound so fantastic and polished. It sounds like
Thank you.
it was done in a professional studio, but it sounds like you probably did those at home.
Not at all. Not
We
at all.
did it in Sarah's office in her
Yeah.
town.
Not at
impressive.
all professional. Not at all.
Well, it really doesn't show, and there are, it keeps coming up, that there are those albums that you listen to, and somebody will be like, oh, they recorded that in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I
And
think,
then the rest of the songs, we actually did it on 2 separate mics because obviously we couldn't be together, and I just did it in my bedroom and Sarah just did it in her bedroom. So,
wow, that's so good.
Yeah.
It really sounds so solid and good together.
well, thank you.
Thank you.
So you mentioned the gig coming up on the 28th. Have you got any other gigs planned for the 2022?
Not for the
Not
moment.
yet.
We're hoping to get the first one out of the way. We are like super nervous and excited, and with Christmas as well, it's a bit stressful at the moment. So we're hoping after this gig, we'll be able to book some more.
Yeah, brilliant. And what about writing? Are you guys just continuing to kind of write, or are you sitting on these for a while and
No,
We are writing.
Yeah, no, we definitely are. We ideally wanted to have another song out by the time we did the show on the 28th, but it's just been hard at this time of year, unfortunately, to get our schedules together. But we have we've got a lot of unfinished songs from the past 6 months as well. So I think we have like 8 half-finished songs.
Yeah.
Like that. So
yeah, and sometimes the hardest thing is going back and finishing those, right? You know.
yeah, exactly.
The one that we're hopefully to release in maybe like, let's just say a month or so, it literally took 6 months to write, and we just kept revisiting it and then come up with one line, and then we wouldn't open it for a while, and they'd be like, oh, that song, I'll read another line, but it's pretty much nearly done now.
And could you tell us a little bit about your music video?
Oh yeah, so we actually got reached out by these 2 girls, Natalie and Rebecca, through Triple J on Earth, and they were like video producers, like they do the music video thing, or they've never done a music video before, but they said they really wanted to. So pretty much we met up with them and went through like a budget and all that type of stuff, and then it's all kind of come together into the music video.
So
We had like a choreographer send us like a video that we had to practice, and mind you, we are not dancers.
That was my question actually. I was going to say, do you have?
Mind reading.
And so was that difficult trying to, learn a dance? I mean, as somebody who doesn't dance at all, that's a very daunting kind of experience. But
It was fun though. It was
That's really fun. It took a long time.
We love dancing. We're not like professional. We just do some like those fun classes. You just casual classes. So we really wanted to incorporate dance because that's definitely something we want to incorporate in our shows in the future. So we try and get into that as well.
Considering that you recorded your songs in your house and then did a music video where you 2 don't really dance but pulled that off, I'm starting to think you guys are just good at everything. Is there any other random skills that you guys have?
Sorry.
I don't think so. I don't think I have any random skills.
Well, I was expecting something like, oh, we can both juggle amazingly.
I can juggle.
No way. Just completely out of left field.
Brilliant. There you go.
That's so random. I don't know how I learned, but
We'll be incorporating it in the next show, obviously.
That's brilliant. And so, next up for you guys, after you've finished with your touring and all that, are you going to be kind of thinking about doing the same thing again, producing some more music, maybe with a music video, and then touring off on that maybe towards the end of next year or the year after?
That would be ideal, yeah, definitely. I think we don't really stop writing. We're trying to... we still want to work with different producers, but I think particularly Al is really good at, beat making and is getting more into vocal production and things like that. So we're trying to do as much of it ourselves as we can.
yeah.
That's brilliant. And so can you tell us a bit about where we can find you online and all of your online projects you have going?
Yes, we're kind of everywhere. Well, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We have a website as well that's just tymusic.info. We're on TikTok too, because it's 2021. So
those dancing skills are going to take you very far on TikTok. So, well, thank you so much for joining us. Anybody listening should really jump online and check out TY's music video. They're on Spotify, as I said, they're on TikTok. And we've really been loving your tracks so much, and we'll be continuing to put those into our playlists. And once again, thank you so much for joining us, Al and Sez.
Great. Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, what a tune. I'm such a big fan of that. The there's something about that style of kind of music that really gets me energized, even though it's not something I listen to a lot. Whenever that kind of electronic pop comes on, I'm like, whoa, what's that?
Yeah, absolutely. And they got really good voices as well.
Oh,
like you can tell it just coming through. Like you said in the interview, you know, the fact that they recorded that in their bedrooms is just insane.
That's really, really cool. And 1 year to put all of that together is such an effort. And yeah, obviously big kudos to Bad Milk as well for putting together such terrific beats. But as they were saying, they put the beats together as well. So obviously there is nothing that those two cannot do. So
such high production. It's just insane.
Yeah, and as somebody who's like not really into the production-y side of stuff so much, is really daunting. It really is like going in and being able to do that. So really obviously just speaks to the talent of the two of them. So thanks again to Al and Sez for joining us.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to be, I feel like seeing them live will be really cool. Obviously, you know, they're just starting out with their 28th December in Fitzroy, but honestly, I can see that, you know, they've got a good energy, even on the phone. You can see it in their music, you know, and on that music video clip. But once they get on stage and once they get comfortable with that, I feel like they're going to go pretty far.
Yeah, so make sure to check out the music video. It's so cool and just, blown away by their talent.